So how could a case for war crimes be made against Russia after events in Ukraine? Russia is not a member of the International Criminal Court, where trials are held. Recent cases relating to the war in the former Yugoslavia also show how prosecutions can drag on for years. Well, joining me now is Nadia Volkova, who's director of the Ukrainian Legal Advisory Group. She joins us now from Kyiv. Welcome to the programme, Nadia. From a Ukrainian point of view, if you were gathering evidence to prove possible war crimes, what kind of thing would you be presenting?
Well, we collect witness testimonies and victims' testimonies. We do the screening. We get their consent for the future accountability processes, courts and other mechanisms. We also go to potential crime scenes and might collect physical evidence, although that would require a proper preservation by the authorities. And we cooperate with authorities to the extent that it is possible.
So what are investigators looking for? How do they verify what they're seeing?
Again, if they have access to victims and witnesses, they should collect their testimonies. They preserve physical evidence. They can also collect intercepts from telephone calls or tapping data, and also open source information as well as one of the essential evidentiary tools at the moment.
How difficult is it then to eventually prove war crimes and to bring those responsible to justice?
It is difficult. Justice is generally difficult, and when we talk about international justice, it's even more complex, but it's not impossible. So we hope that essentially what is done in the context of Ukrainian situation, although it's a new challenge for justice, but it will also lay out a new landscape for justice possibilities.
And not every country is party to the International Criminal Court. So what happens in a situation where the country being tried doesn't recognise its jurisdiction?
Well, with the International Criminal Court, the link is through the territory where an alleged crime has been committed, and also nationality link. So it doesn't matter if Russia is not a party to the Rome Statute. What matters is that the crimes are committed on the territory of Ukraine and by the nationals of Russian Federation.
And war crime cases often take many years to come to trial. Does there come a point where it's just too late to prosecute?
Yes, when a victim wants to see the perpetrator brought to trial, brought to justice, and the perpetrator dies, for example. But hopefully it won't be the case in our situation.
Okay, Nadia Volkova, Director of the Ukrainian Legal Advisory Group, thanks very much for sharing your views today.